And thanks for staying with us on Hello Malaysia. We are talking about an important topic today, which is, of course, the challenges faced by OKUs in the country, in Malaysia right now, and some of the disadvantages and probably some of the stigma that's also involved in this issue. With me in the studio is Dr. Nabisar, who is the consultant, and of course, Tunku Maziah, Tunku Mokhtar. She is the sports advisor for OKUs, people who have been working with OKUs for pretty long time right now. Now let's continue with our discussion. We were talking about the acceptance earlier. We were talking about the acceptance by the OKUs themselves in order to move forward. Now let's talk about the social acceptance by people who are considered normal people. Now, is it true there is a perception that Malaysians treat the disabled with either disrespect or as morbid objects? I'm just quoting this, morbid objects of curiosity. It seems that way sometimes, Dr. Nabisar.
I think Malaysians generally are very they enjoy company of others, but when it comes to OKU, maybe they don't know how to perceive them. I think that's where the problem starts. Because of that, their reaction are very different to OKUs. You know, some of them they look down at OKUs, and some of them kind of look at them full of sympathy. But I think what the OKUs want is accept me for what I am. You know, and allow me to become part of the society that we are living together. I think that's what OKU want, and that's what our society should be. We should garner for.
That's probably easier said than done.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, there are always two sides to the coin. The OKU themselves, I think they have to position themselves in a good stand, whereby just because you have a disability, it doesn't mean you have to succumb to such low level of life. You need to raise yourself up to bring your life up to a certain standard. Then people will look at you and say, okay, this guy is trying so hard to live a life, we will be there to help him. But on the other hand, there are people who do not want to go overboard, do not want to just stretch a little further to help these people who need help. They do not need sympathy. They need you to understand that they need to get to move somewhere, whether it is in life or whether it is to take the next step up, to cross the road or whatever. They need your understanding to at least give them a little bit of assistance, right? They're not there to keep on bugging you like, help me. They want to show you that they're able to do something for themselves, but they need a little bit of support.
But that does not really answer the questions whether majority of our people, of Malaysians, actually treat them with disrespect and look at them like, as I said just now, out of curiosity, they make them feel uncomfortable.
I think across the board, Malaysians are a very caring lot of people, right? There may be exceptions to the rule where there are some very hard-hearted humans who do not want to give them a chance, who don't want to support, but who just care for themselves. I think generally a lot of Malaysians will support the disabled because it's another human being.
It's not true. I think that the majority of Malaysian think, they in a negative light. I think many Malaysian would be warm, but they don't know how. And I've seen so many cases, and you must also have heard so many cases that people help, like a blind man crossing or disabled person, people are assisting them. So I think it's very untrue to say that many Malaysians, look them in a negative light.
But I've also seen Malaysians ignoring somebody who's trying to get up a staircase, somebody who's on wheelchair getting up a staircase, but instead being helped by a tourist.
I think, and this probably is a case of they do not know how to help. You see, the disabled do not like you to personally hold them or touch them.
So they do not call like, okay, come help me or something.
They're very sensitive.
Because they're very sensitive. So if you want to help this disabled, please ask them first, how can I help you?
Exactly.
Because sometimes you may be helping them the wrong way and it's not helping them at all, right? Having said that, and that is on that assistance, having said that, the other kind of help you are talking about Malaysians is job opportunities or giving them something to do to make their life worthwhile, whether it is in the sense of taking their products, you know, they are very good. Some of them very good with handicrafts and all that. Taking their products, you know, showcasing it, selling it for them, or making known that you're able to get this from them.
And they're very good with music as well. But if we compare ourselves to the West, where they are taught to treat these people and to ensure that they are more independent, whether financially or even physically or even emotionally. Now, as compared to Malaysia, do we have a long way to go from that stage of accepting the OKUs?
Before that, can I comment, you know, the earlier one when you said about the tourists helping the OKUs? It's because, you know, most of them, our tourists who are coming from Western world, they are so used to helping, assisting, and the OKUs have become part of the society. Over here, the OKUs themselves are so sensitive and they don't want to ask. You know, it's just the way our culture is, the way we behave, you know. So they are more forthcoming and saying, oh, do you need assistance? You know, let me help. And these people allowed it to happen.
Or is it because we are more curious rather than helpful? What do you think?
I think there are also a number of people who are curious, a number of people, they want to help but they don't know how, you know, and we don't have a mechanism where we make the public aware how to assist the OKUs. Even in the bus in England, the bus driver, if you're coming with a wheelchair, he would come down from his driver's seat and help you, you know, assist the OKUs. But in Malaysia, I don't think many drivers taught how to do that, you know. These are examples, you know, that
exactly. Apart from facilities, also volunteers like what we're showing on the screen right now.
Exactly.
These are volunteers who have come forward. So, of course, that dispels sort of the perception that Malaysians are not contributors to helping these people, I mean, OKUs now. But is there enough awareness of the plight of OKUs over here in Malaysia?
I think more can be done on that.
More can be done.
I think
both ways. Both ways. More can be done.
Tunku?
You see, we need to let volunteers know where they can go to to learn how to help the OKUs, and then B, of course, for the then after that to go to the places where they can spread out and teach more volunteers to help, right? And then, of course, the organizations, whether it is public or private sector, must actually let a lot of people know now that, okay, we have got the center here, we've got the center here, and we need volunteers to help in this respect and that. Right now, I don't think there is much focus on such needs. It's a general statement. We need volunteers to help. Where do volunteers come from? Where do volunteers go?
Because the volunteers need to know how to help. You know, because there are different
what
needs.
Should be done? So, in your view, Dr. Nabisar?
I think government and NGOs, you know, even private sectors should come together in days and try to provide, you know, like awareness campaign. You know, you can get started with school kids, you know, how can you assist, because disability is just not blind, it's just there's so many different kind of disability. So you must know how to help, because you don't want to cause problem or hurt them, you know, because you want to make their life more comfortable. So we must know the right way to do that. So I think awareness campaign, maybe at a national level, it'd be very good.
In fact, there was a suggestion, Tunku and Dr. that school children should be also educated in you know, in this subject with regards to OKUs and how they can help, and this could probably be done probably just half an hour after their school finishes. You know, what do you think of that?
I think it's wonderful, because this is where the caring begins, right? With children at that age, the implication of being able to help a disabled should actually sink in at that young age, so that when he grows up, he knows exactly what to do. Yeah.
Because children being children, they,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes they're not aware, and whatever they say or when they start teasing, that can be quite hurting.
Yeah.
So that was one of the suggestions.
Yeah.
Now, coming back to the facilities that is not available rather than available, what can be done with regards to this? Even the taxi drivers I've seen, or rather, you know, I've received responses saying that, you know, taxis just turn away if they see somebody who is wheelchair bound. So how do we change this perception?
This is more to do, the awareness is the most important thing, you know. I think the whole big thing about OKUs in Malaysia is we as a nation need to be aware that OKU is part of our society, and we are there also to help them. You know, we don't have to, you know, spend all our time, but just become aware, okay, how to assist them, that's all. You know, while you're doing your things, but you also, when you see an OKU, you know how to assist them, that's all. That makes lives better. And I think, you know, a caring feeling is a beautiful feeling. And that need to be cultivated at a very young age in schools. And that will, you know, make our society seen as a very warm society.
And also to start making them feel independent rather than you know, dependent on someone. Like we don't even have we talk about the specially modified cars for those who use wheelchairs. That is also not implemented in this country.
You know, Anne, there have been so many seminars, conventions or what have you, on OKU, the needs, the challenges and all that. It has been attended by doctors, physiotherapists, dentists, people in that, people dealing with OKUs, right? At the end of the seminar, I actually asked some of them, where does, you know, this lead to now? What do we get from this? Okay, we voice out, right, that there are needs for these people, there are needs for the the public sector to help